had been intricately involved in what many in the public have criticized as an incredibly secretive process. The deal that came out with FMW that you, Jim, were an appointed advisor to, that came out and actually supported the deal very, very enthusiastically. Wendy, you voted for this deal all the way through. It seems as if it sort of collapsed. But what I'm curious about is how do you guys defend the secrecy with which this was all negotiated consistently all the way through to the point where no one in the public really had any chance at all to shape what was going to be done with that property? And it seemed you, Wendy, at lots of council meetings had a lot of problems with it, but you kept voting all the way along the line.
Well, the problem was that at the beginning we realized that the Fair Board was not involving the city of Costa Mesa and the council in a decision that they had made to buy the fairgrounds, and that it's in Costa Mesa, but we weren't in the loop. So when we realized that, we wanted to ask the governor to stop the sale. But the bottom line is that basically the governor had a gun to our head as far as deadlines. And
had a gun to your head, he made you actually sign on it? You could have said no?
Basically, the deadlines were set by the people in Sacramento.
But who runs Costa Mesa, the governor or you?
Well, we felt that a lot of it was confidential, the things that we had to decide, and the agreements and the negotiation, and that what we voted on was the sale of the fairgrounds.
Did you guys ever go to an attorney and say, everything that our city attorney is telling us that is confidential, that nobody in the public can know? Is that true? Is that right? Can we challenge that?
Well, we have a city attorney who is versed.
Did you ever challenge the city attorney?
I don't know that we actually did. But in all fairness, we were looking at the goal, at the end result. And as long as the door has been open, we have continued to go through it. Alan Roeder, city manager, has worked tirelessly every day. If the door had closed, we would have said, you know what, we did our best. But people came to us from all over and said, help us, do something. And this is where we ended up.
But you ended up with a process that was uniquely non-transparent and with a governing structure for the fairgrounds that was, all in all, a private sale.
Well, now
that's what Schwarzenegger.
The lease is out. The lease has been out for 3 weeks, and we continue to refine it and with amendments. But basically, the public had time to weigh in on that ground lease, and so, you know, we don't live in a perfect world. But I think if we can bring local control to Costa Mesa to control the Orange County Fairgrounds, and people can enjoy the fair.
You guys negotiated has no local control. I mean, Jim, is that a fair statement? That it has no local...